Martha?
Yes, sir.
I want you to cancel all my appointments. Because I've got an important meeting that I need to attend right now.
It's a lovely good evening. Welcome to the Millennium TV main news today, Wednesday, 13th March 2024. I'm your caster, Given Banda. We take a look at stories making headlines. OSIDA calls on U.S. government to impose financial sanctions on government officials. Witness in former First Lady Esther Lungu's case testifies that Chief Mukuni gave her money to buy her a house. Nakachinda describes behavior by UPND youths during Youth Day celebrations as undemocratic. In international news, Zimbabwe predicts a sharp decline in tobacco crop as the El Nino takes toll. And in sports news, Zambia ready to face Zimbabwe in the Four Nations opener, says Grant. Details coming shortly. Stay tuned.
It was all in my head. Fruticana zona.
Fruticana. Feel the rhythm, taste the fun.
And now the news in detail. Our Civic Duty Association, OSIDA, has written to the United States of America Ambassador to Zambia, Michael Gonzalez, requesting that the United States should impose financial sanctions, visa restrictions, and travel bans against top Zambian government officials who are undermining democratic rights in Zambia. Speaking in a letter dated 8th March 2024, OSIDA Chairman Emeritus Archbishop Telesfo Mpundu says that he is deeply alarmed by the continued abuse on institutions of governance and the erosion of democracy in Zambia today under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema. Archbishop Mpundu cites that a particular concern is the violations of democratic rights such as the right to public assembly, free speech, freedom of association, and the right to a speedy trial. He adds that what is also worrying is the continued abuse of state institutions like the Anti-Corruption Commission (SEC), Independent Broadcasting Authority (IBA), the Zambia Police Service, the National Assembly of Zambia, and the judiciary. Archbishop Mpundu further states that on several occasions, OSIDA and the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, the Law Association of Zambia, and Chapter 1 Foundation have called on government to respect and enable the expression of these fundamental democratic rights without interference. He explains that their combined cause have fallen on deaf ears, as what they have witnessed over the last several months are further restrictions on these rights as public rallies by opposition parties continue to be banned by the Zambia Police Service, and the judiciary continues to engage in what appears to be willful delay of the resolution of urgent political matters affecting the main opposition party, Patriotic Front, PF. Ministry of Finance and National Planning has successfully launched the second National Financial Inclusion Strategy, NFIS second, which aims at addressing gaps attended to in the first strategy, in the first strategy. Speaking during the launch of the NIFS second today, Minister of Finance and National Planning, Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwane, says the strategy envisions an inclusive and robust financial ecosystem that provides accessible, affordable and sustainable products and services to all segments of the population. He says it will help increase population resilience, improve financial health and build confidence in financial inclusion through strengthening consumer protection measures and ensuring all segments of the population are treated fairly and transparently by service providers. Dr. Msokotwane says financial inclusion remains a challenge within the population, especially in remote areas of the country, adding that it is something that needs to be addressed. He further adds that remote areas that have less electronic devices to facilitate financial inclusion for teachers inconvenience the pupils, as teachers have to walk for as long as 3 days to access a bank or financial services. Dr. Msokotwane has since appealed to the implementers of the National Financial Inclusion Strategy to find solutions that will assist teachers in remote areas receive their payments through electronic means rather than absconding duty to get paid. Meanwhile, the World Bank Country Manager for Zambia, Dr. Akim Fox, says financial inclusion is one of the most powerful means to improving the well-being and livelihoods of people and in the end expanding economic activities. Dr. Fox also adds that Zambia's national financial inclusion continues to be a priority for the World Bank despite the challenges that may come by.
The first Financial Inclusion Strategy 2017 to 2022 was designed to enable the Republic of Zambia to achieve universal access and promote usage of a broad range of quality and affordable goods and services in both formal and informal sectors. The government, through the Ministry of Finance and National Planning, has implemented the second National Inclusion Strategy to run from 2024 through 2028 as a renewed commitment to address the identified gaps and challenges, as well as setting strategic roadmaps to achieve greater financial inclusion in the next 5 years, building upon the previous strategy. Dr. Msokotwane says this initiative will help increase population resilience and improve financial health, thereby building confidence in financial inclusion.
We can sit in the comfort of our homes any time of the day, including midnight, and we will be able to do financial transactions that previously required us to spend money to move, spend time, standing in the queue. So I think this is a very tangible benefit of this initiative. Never seen before, and the country deserves to give itself a round of applause because it's a tangible.
And World Bank Country Manager, Zambia, Dr. Akim Fox had this to say.
As part of our support to ensure a robust social protection delivery system and to promote private sector development, we recognize that establishing an inclusive financial system with low barriers to accessing financial products such as basic savings account, microinsurance, MSME finance, and along with a population that possesses a high level of financial literacy. All this will be advantageous to achieving those objectives.
Reporting for Millennium TV, Prince Manda.
Former Special Assistant to the President for Press and Public Relations, Amos Chanda, his wife and his sister-in-law have been sentenced to 7 months simple imprisonment for using insulting language and obstructing Anti-Corruption Commission SEC officers. Mr. Chanda and his counterparts have been fined 135 kwacha each in a matter where Chanda 50 of house number 67 Elm Road in Woodlands was arrested together with his wife Mebo Nakaundi Chanda 48 and his sister-in-law Ruth Nakaundi 37 were accused of insulting language and obstructing Anti-Corruption Commission officers. The trio, however, had pleaded not guilty when they appeared before court. Patriotic Front Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda has described the act of violence by UPND cadres during the youth celebrations as undemocratic. Speaking when addressing the media this morning, Mr. Nakachinda says it is undemocratic of the current government to politicize the event when it is a national occasion and every individual has the right to celebrate. He says the attack signifies that the country's democracy has been sodomized and violated. He notes that the Patriotic Front is not intimidated by the political maneuvers that UPND played yesterday, stating that PF outnumbered the current government. Meanwhile, Operation Young Vote Executive Director Ges Nyirenda says the violence that occurred during the Youth Day celebration is of concern, especially that the current government advocates for peace and unity. He adds that the youth in the country have suffered at the hands of politicians and those with financial muscles, leaving them jobless and poor once they attain power.
As Patriotic Front, we have chosen to advocate for coexistence and for peace. And also, we frown upon any act of violence, especially perpetrated by political cadres. We got intelligence report that Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, through his functionaries, after they saw the strength of Patriotic Front when our women marched on the 8th of March, they decided that they're going to use violence as a way of trying to scatter or dwindle our participation in the youth programs. I want to state as Secretary General of Patriotic Front, I know what Patriotic Front is seated on. We have a huge following of youths